Welcome to the show. Thank you all for coming and for being witness to the birth of a live cartoon, if you will. This is an original show. You probably read on the program the Adventures of the Crimson Ferret. This particular episode is called Carnage Asada, and it's only been done once before. Went over pretty well, but you guys will be the judge once we're done. I got a really, really amazing cast of people that I'm going to ask to just step up and say their names and maybe a little bit of what they've done in their background. And once our brilliant tech guy so we're good to go. So let's start with some brief introductions, and then we'll get into the show.
Kent Williams, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Hakusho, Alchemist Brotherhood, Fruit Basket. Bear, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Naruto, Street Fighter, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Alexis Tipton, Rosario plus Vampire, Baka and Test, Sekirei, Black Butler, Full Metal Alchemist, a bunch of other cool stuff.
I'm not ready. Oh, Robert Axelrod, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Digimon, and Robotech.
Yeah!
And all those shows nobody's ever heard of.
No, that's not true. Todd Habercorn, Hitalia, Oran High School Host Club, Soul Eater, Holic, D. Gray Man, where I'm looking at Naruto, Full Metal Alchemist, lots of stuff.
This is the most exciting, guys. Walla for some of these things. Amanda Doskasel.
There you go. Christopher Smith, Naruto, Bleach, Vampire Knight, Gurren Lagann, Skyrim, Lego Batman, blah, 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 blah. And very shortly, The Adventures of the Crimson Ferret. And
The Adventures of the Crimson Ferret, America's secret weapon on the war on crime. Cloaked in the mask of truthfulness and the leotard of goodness, he fights a never-ending battle against the forces of evilness and injusticeness. Working above the law, his methods are swift and sure, that no accounts and ne'er-do-wells might feel the foaming, writhing bite of his righteousness, the bite of the Crimson Ferret. Ride with the ferret in tonight's episode.
Carnage Asada.
Night in the City of Angels, home of glitz, glamour, and gaiety, where the Hollywood fantasy machine works round the clock, cranking out the American dream of hope and prosperity. But far from the pomp and premieres of Hollywood, a shadowy black sedan creeps quietly through the narrow streets of Shantytown, a slum of ramshackle houses and storefronts that is home to one of the city's poorer immigrant communities. The large man in the back sits silently in the shadows, while the two in front shift nervously in their seats.
Bob, will you stop shifting nervously? You're making it hard to drive. Ow! You're doing it too. Jeez. You can't help it. Big man, just sitting there all quiet like with that mask pulled over his head. And you shift him around, only makes it worse. I'm knocking off. Ow! This whole job gives me the heebie-jeebies. Well, it's not my fault. The employment agency sent us here. Oh, yeah? And who was it that said we should take the first job that came along? This was the only job that came along. You're right. Hey, you that big thing, huh? Where? That always makes me feel better. Now shut up and hand me the mask. I think we're almost there. Yeah, what? Hallback Street. Hey, boss. This is the third night in a row that we come down here. Is there something special about this place?
I pay you to be my henchman, not to ask questions. So be quiet and go. Hench.
Get going. Ow! All right.
neighborhood. We practice Visigoth ways and keep the Visigoth traditions. Oh, you maybe want some sardines?
No thanks. But I got a message for you from the masked offender. He says that you and all other Visigoths gotta go back where you came from. Right now, tonight, don't bother packing. And if you do not, he will unleash the full force of his wrath upon you. The herald of the masked offender has spoken.
But is it, dear? Who are you speaking to?
This man says we must leave our homes right now, or the masked offender will make us suffer.
You tell that masked offender that we will not be frightened away from our homes.
Why don't you tell him yourself? He's standing right here.
He is the one on the mask. I fear he has come to avenge his wrath upon us. Piece of that stuff. You think you can just move in and take jobs away from the rest of us? We are peaceful and unassuming. We only come to do the jobs that you would not do yourselves.
We clean public bathrooms using only bushy unibrows.
That's disgusting.
Well, also, we floss the teeth of rich people's pets.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, no.
We become a prominent actors and anchor the evening news. You leave me no choice.
Quick, Bob! Put the clothespin on your nose.
Okay.
The masked offender aims his formidable backside toward the cowering pair. In one swift motion, he rips off his trench coat, drops his trousers to reveal his brightly colored underpants.
No!
Then the masked offender lowered those underpants slowly,
Hold on to your hat!
to reveal... Next day, Beaumont Riley, ace reporter for the Daily Semaphore, strolls nonchalantly through the streets of downtown Hollywood, never anticipating...
Extra, read all about it. Oh, my God. Nocturnal emission terrorized neighborhood. Flatulent maniac still at large. Police baffled by serial farter. Oh, right here. Read about it in the Semaphore.
I love a good headline in the morning. Hey there, newsboy, toss me one of those golden tomes of cutting-edge journalism. Flatulent maniac, nocturnal emissions. I smell Pulitzer. Say, kid, what gives? I said toss me a paper.
Not till you toss me a nickel. The papers don't grow on trees, you know.
What the? Johnny, quit kidding around, will you? Say, you look different today. What do you have that bushy unibrow and all that strange facial hair, huh? You're not little Johnny Jones.
Nope.
Great. Ghost. You're a Visigoth. Well, that's okay, I guess. So how about passing me a paper, little immigrant boy? You're a boy, aren't you?
See. Not until you flip me from silver, chum.
Hey, don't you know who I am, Sonny?
I don't care if you're Laura Bailey. No nickels, no paper.
Laura Bailey. I'm Beaumont Riley, ace reporter for the Take two. I'm Beaumont Riley, ace reporter for the Daily Semaphore. Wow, it's kind of like sophomore, but not. And that's my story you're using a Huckam paper, so I think that entitles me to one.
Well, these papers are my ticket to the American dream, and no one gets a free ride on my gravy train.
Oh, yeah? Hey, look, it's bigger than yours. Give me that paper.
You are just the man trying to oppress me.
Hey,
a boy.
Get off my leg. Quit biting me. Oh, I'm just crying out loud.
Delicious.
Later that morning, at the downtown offices of the Daily Semaphore, Lucy, Beau's faithful gal Friday, and Skipper Harrington, the paper's editor-in-chief, anxiously await their ace reporter's arrival.
Beau's late, Skipper. It's not like him. I'm worried.
Well, maybe. Oh, here he comes, Lucy. He's hobbling through the newsroom with some strange hairy dwarf stuck to his leg. He keeps whacking him with that newspaper.
Hey, Riley, looks like someone's a fan of your writing.
Very funny. Hey, anyone got a slab of raw meat so that dingo the wolf boy will take his teeth out of my leg?
Let me try, Beaumont. Hey there, Sonny. Won't you stop biting the nice man's side? That's my job.
He's not nice. He tries to stiff me. He wouldn't pay for my newspaper.
Is that true, Beaumont?
Well,
Beaumont Riley. Here you go, little feller. A shiny new nickel.
Oh, gee, thanks, ladies. Nice ladies. Pretty lady.
Calm down, okay?
Sure thing, lady. Nice lady. Pretty lady.
Make sure you both ways when you cross the street.
And make sure to sell the rest of them papers.
make sure you get your forehead whacked.
Now, Bo, how's your leg?
Oh, it smarts like the Dickens doll. Maybe I should go see a doctor.
Or maybe you should come over tonight and I'll send to it. I could wear my Florence Nightingale costume.
And I could be the shell-shocked American soldier.
Complete amnesia.
I'll bring my gas mask.
Speaking of gas, that sure was a swell story you wrote about the serial farter.
Thanks, Bruce.
Skipper, this is no laughing matter. The Visigoths are being terrorized.
And if they leave, our entire economy could collapse.
You said fart.
The Jersey town's in a real uproar.
Any developments off the newswire?
Cutting the cheese.
Russian, the entire Visigoth community is up in arms.
Floating in air biscuits.
They're terrified. The police. There could be a mass evacuation any moment.
Won't talk to the cops, eh? Maybe they'll talk to me.
That's resolute thinking, Bo.
Thanks, Paul.
Written the right one.
But I got a better idea.
What's that, Bo?
Well, maybe they would talk to me. Then again, maybe they wouldn't. I'm an intimidating kind of guy.
Stepping on a toad.
Yes, you are, Bo Riley. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking they'll talk to you, Lucy.
Me? Are you certain?
You bet. Sure, you may be tall and statuesque with piercing eyes, movie star hair, dynamite gams, and a swell rack, but there's a inherent good quality to you, Lucy, and that's what appeals to people.
Gosh, Bo. Thanks.
Besides, I'll still get credit for cracking the case.
Well, since you put it that way.
Call of the trouser moose.
Grab your new coat and muff. We got. I'm just reading it. The coin's already struck 3 times. Unless I miss my guess, this will be the 4th night of heinous flatulence. Oh, what is it now?
You said heinous. Shortly thereafter, the split red sedan containing Bo Riley, Lucy, and Mr. Dave streaks through the streets of Hollywood on its way to Shantytown.
Gee, Bo, it sure was swell of you to have your housekeeper drive us to the ghetto.
Excuse me, sweetie. Let's get something straight. I am many things to the crimson. As to Mr. Riley, I am this house boy, confidant, valet de chambre, butler, cook, masseuse, chauffeur, personal accountant, and discerning fashion consultant, but I am nobody's housekeeper.
I'm sure she didn't mean anything by it, Mr. Dave.
Whatever.
She was just,
No comprende.
I mean,
Je ne comprends pas.
all right.
Finito.
Mr. Dave's just sensitive about the job description, takes it very seriously.
Oh, I think he's just precious. I just want to reach out and pinch his cutie little
Oh, no, don't.
She touched me. She touched my face with a... Her girl titties are all over me.
Here we go, Mr. Dave. A nice sort of antibacterial gel will make that all better. See? All better. Mr. Dave doesn't like to be touched by girls.
That's just because he hasn't met the right girl yet. So come along one day, Mr. Dave, and poof, you'll change your mind.
Not until you grow up big, hairy...
Balzac. We're looking for Balzac Street, Mr. Dave. Better keep your eyes peeled.
Whatever.
Gosh, Bo, Mr. Dave sure is devoted to you. How did you two meet?
Well, it's all too common story, Luce. I saved Mr. Dave's life in a Siamese bathhouse. And as Oriental tradition dictates, he must serve me for the rest of his life.
But Beaumont, Dave's not Orient.
He doesn't know that. Break the sail for another time, Lucy.
What do you say, Bo? It's a little cold today. Why don't we just snuggle here in the back seat for the rest of the trip?
It is a bit nippy.
Here, Bo, put your hands on my muff to keep warm.
We're here.
We are? Nurse, are you sure? Nurse? Can we just drive around the block for a few hours?
We're here, Beaumont.
Right.
Carefully surveying the surrounding neighborhood, a a heroic threesome make their way toward the scene of the previous night's devastation.
Holy hurricanes! The door's been blown right off the hinges! Knock on something, Mr. Dave. Let them know we're here.
From out of the shadows comes the frightened Visigoth couple, covered in bandages from head to foot, victim of the masked defender's rampage.
Yes, what is it?
Ah, mummies, run!
Bilbo, that's the poor immigrant couple who suffered at the hands of the masked defender.
It was not his hands that made us suffer, and we have nothing to say to you.
Ingvar, we're being rude. Please come in. Would you like some sardines?
Yuck, those things taste like fish.
Hey, that's small talk.
From the Daily Semaphore, I'm its reporter Lucy Nightingale.
Oh, nice lady.
Pretty lady. Such an honest mouth.
I was hoping you could tell me what the masked defender looked like.
Well, he wore a mask.
And underpants. They matched.
I have the pencil and paper. Do you think you could draw what they look like?
Oh, yeah. Here is your drawing.
Gasp! I know those underpants. The masked defender is Muchas Gaseous.
You mean Lucius Cassius, the famous Mexican wrestler?
Hey, Lucy, how do you know about the...
I enjoy a good wrestling match too, Beaumont.
A few minutes later, outside the Visigoth home,
All right, kids. Muchas Gaseous is fighting a cage match against all comers tonight at the sports arena. We're going to be there to cheer him on.
Ooh, a stakeout. Glamour work. Great for me.
Not so fast, Mr. Dave. You and I are going to drop Lucy off at the semaphore and then make a quick stop at home. Once we corner Muchas Gaseous, he's liable to turn nasty. We're going to need the help of a certain ferret, I know.
right you are, Bo Riley. For not just any ferret will do, it takes the world's foremost defender of truthfulness and justiceness to bring down a quarry of this size. This will be a job for the Crimson Ferret. After a fast drive across town, Beaumont Riley and Mr. Dave have returned to their secret lair, the ferret hole, in the secret chamber next to the Turtle Pit. Beaumont confers with Mr. Dave about the night's activity.
Almost done, Mr. Dave?
Almost.
Maybe our only chance to nab this terrorist before he strikes again. We're going to bring the fight to him. I'm going to challenge him mano a mano. But my wardrobe will be limited. No place for a utility belt in this wrestling.
Nothing but boots, your mask, and ta-da! Your own special pair of ferret wrestling underpants.
Oh. Gosh, well, all crimson and everything. Here, let me try them on. Hey, comfy. They don't chafe or ride up. Good work, Mr. Dave. I won't feel restricted while using my patented ferret moves, like the ferret eye poke, or the ferret uvula slam, or the roundhouse ferret testicle twist. But we can't leave anything to chance, so I better take some gadgets too.
Right. These will all fit into the special pouch I've installed right in front. If you find yourself in a tight spot, these should do the trick.
What do we have here? Ferret's mini bazooka? That's a little bit of fella.
Distance and accuracy.
2 canisters of ferret gas.
Well, when in Rome,
Ferret subelectron rectifier.
here are the batteries.
Atomic particle ferret stimulator.
Point away from you at all times.
Ferret gas mask. We'll just set this aside for later. And a cork?
Well, under the right circumstances, that cork could save your life.
Right you are, Mr. Dave. But are you sure all this will fit in my shorts?
That's why the pouch is pleated, Beaumont. It's made to expand.
Downtown in the sinister locker room.
Hey, Ted? Are you in here, Ted? Oh, boy, it's all moist and steamy here. It's making my eyes sting. Oh, hey, Ted? I got the bucket. Ted? Ow!
What you yelling? I'm right here.
Oh, see, Ted? Oh, I've never been in here before. Just the way I pictured it. Rusty lockers, paint peeling off the walls, mist hanging in the air. I can hardly see. Hey, I think someone left the steam room door open.
Don't take that clothespin off your nose. One whiff and it's hasta la vista. That steam hanging in the air.
Oh, gosh, Ted. Thanks. Hey, is the boss here? I guess so.
get all the grub?
Oh, yeah, just like you told me. I got pinto beans and lima beans and refried beans and garbanzo beans and black beans and navy beans and kidney beans and mung beans and cabbage.
Hey, boss, we got your food.
Ted, he ain't wearing his mask.
I am muchas gracias, and I am never seen without my mask. Now let me put it on so you may approach. There, now bring me my evening sustenance.
You heard the big guy? Approach.
Oh, all right.
I will consume this food, which is high in fiber. It fuels the internal combustion of my hatred, which is a metaphor. Then, Ted, I would have one of your famous hot oil rub-downs. My muscles of my buttocks are dead. And I must be in good form tonight.
Hot oil rub down? Ted, is there something you're not telling me?
Well, you're always saying we should improve ourselves to make us more desirable as henchmen. So I've been taking this correspondence course on hot oil rub-downs, and I discovered I got a gift. Who knew?
Not me.
And the boss is right. His gluteus is very tense. And a tense gluteus can really hamper your performance.
Yeah. Who knew?
Later that evening, the Ferretmobile streaks through the streets of Los Angeles towards the downtown sports arena.
It's a good thing Lucy's meeting us at the arena. Hey, turn off the radio, will you? Let's listen to the match so far.
Welcome back to the most anticipated night of the week for fans of Los Gigantes Mexicanos. Friday Night Wrestling, everybody. I'm Alejandro Martinez Gonzalez Garcia.
And I'm Roberto Salazar Esteban Gomez.
You know, Rob, this has been one heck of a night for Muchas Gascon.
Right you are, Al. He seems unstoppable. 3 rounds, 3 different contenders, and they all fell victim to the signature Gaseous attack.
Right you are, Rob. The spink turbulence in the ring have been overpowering. Once Gaseous gets his opponent's head clenched between those cheeks of steel and launches a whifter, it just knocks the life right out of him.
Correctamundo, Al. The butt yodeling is fierce. In fact, all of Gaseous' previous challengers have yet to regain consciousness.
Several from last week are still in comas at the hospital, barely clinging to life.
Wow, you gotta love this sport.
Right you are, Rob. But there doesn't seem to be anyone willing to take on Gaseous and his legion of barking spiders. If no one steps up, the rest of the match will have to be canceled.
That's right, Al. If a challenger doesn't come forward within the next 5 minutes, the thousands of fans gathered here tonight will get very upset and things could turn ugly.
Settle in, Mr. Dave. We gotta get there in the next 5 minutes. Nothing less than civil unwellness is at stake.
4 minutes later at the downtown sports arena.
Wowie zowie, Mr. Dave. You got here just in time to see the rest of the match canceled. There's no one willing to go up against Muchas Gascon for the final round, and there's only a minute left. By the way, where's Belmont?
Oh, he's buying you some licorice whip.
That's so sweet. I love this.
Whatever.
Look, something's happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a last-minute contender who has stepped up to challenge Muchas Gascon.
Right you are, Al. Obviously someone who's not intimidated by the cheeks of steel or of spending the rest of his life in a coma.
Right you are, Rob. He's just stepped into the ring.
And in this corner, the challenger, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Crimson Visitor.
Hey, did you hear that, boss? A Visigoth is challenging you.
I will crush his skull with my cheeks of steel.
Cheeks of steel? Ah, there goes all my hard work.
You know, Al, the Crimson Visigoth looks sort of familiar. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was that defender of truth, that champion of justice.
That hero who strikes fear into the hearts of evildoers everywhere.
Right you are, Al.
Except that this guy is the Crimson Visigoth. See, Rob, ferret is a totally different word than Visigoth.
Right you are, Al. Don't know what I was thinking.
And there's the bell. The match has begun.
Right you are, Al.
Looks like a strong start for Muchas Gascon. He's got the Crimson Visigoth held aloft by his ankles. Oh! Thrown down to the mat. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, the challenger isn't moving. Gaseous is bending over him, checking for signs of life. This could be a very short match.
Oh, an eye poke from the challenger. Muchas is staggering backwards as the Visigoth leaps to his feet.
He's caught the champion off guard. Oh!
Oh, that looked like some kind of uvula slab. Mooches didn't see that one coming.
Right you are, Rob. I didn't think a uvula could withstand that sort of abuse. But Gaseous has recovered and is stalking the Crimson Visigoth around the ring.
You know, Al, even from here, I can see the muscles of the champion's buttocks clenching and unclenching.
Right you are, Rob. That's usually a sign that the end is near. Mooches lunges at the challenger, who dashes between the champion's legs to avoid his grasp.
Aye!
This challenger is a That's your one.
This challenger is a worthy opponent. That looked like some sort of roundhouse testicle twist.
Right you are, Rob. And the champion is down. Ladies and gentlemen, Muchas Gaseous is on the mat.
Muchas Gaseous seems to have lost consciousness from that testicle twist. What an upset we've seen here tonight, folks. It appears that the Crimson Visigoth is ready to declare victory, and the crowd is demanding the removal of the champion's mask.
Take off his pants! Take off his pants!
Right you are, Rob. But wait, it looks as though Muchas Gaseous is regaining consciousness.
Hey, what the? These are the scum! Well, that's a fine how do you do. In a surprising turn of events, Muchas Gaseous has the Visigoth in a Brazilian butt lift, with the challenger's head sandwiched between those cheeks of steel.
Right you are, Rob. It could be all over for the Crimson Visigoth, and after such a promising start.
Do something, Beaumont. You've only got a few seconds.
Beaumont? Well, what do you know? The Crimson Ferret is the Crimson Visigoth, and Bo Riley is the Crimson Ferret. And they're all in trouble.
Muchas is tensing his entire body now, ready to deal the final blow.
The body of the challenger has gone completely limp. It's all over, folks.
I can't believe it. Struck down by a southern breeze.
Oh, why didn't you use the cork?
Letting loose of the challenger's inert form, Muchas Gaseous is taking his traditional victory march around the ring.
Right you are, Al, but wait! The challenger is on his feet, confronting the champion. Not so fast, Booty Pants. Let's take off that mask and see who you really are. The Crimson Visigoth has ripped the mask right off of Muchas Gaseous. Great goose! I never would have thought that.
Oh my! Muchas Gaseous has fled the ring, leaving a trail of broken bodies in his wake. And the Crimson Visigoth is in hot pursuit. Well, this has been an eventful evening after all.
Right you are, Al.
While pandemonium reigns in the sports arena, a freshly tested Bo Riley returns to find a suspicious Lucy and a sarcastic Mr. Dave.
Hi, guys. What did I miss?
Oh, nothing much. Just the smackdown of the century.
Mr. David's right, Beaumont. I don't think you missed much at all.
Swell. But I think you guys missed plenty. And how? Come on. Gotta get to the semaphore ASAP.
As Bo, Lucy, and Mr. Dave arrive at the archives of the Daily Semaphore, they are confronted by the vigilant night watchman.
Gosh, who goes there? Oh, hi, Mr. Riley. Come on in. Say, you got the usual?
Here you go, Charlie. Like always.
Oh, peaches. See, Pooch. Thanks, Mr. Riley. You swell.
Peaches, but don't I know it, Charlie? Now go drink yourself into a stupor.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Mr. Riley.
Now, let's see here.
What are you looking for in that filing cabinet, Beaumont?
A piece the semaphore ran a couple of years ago. My suspicions are correct. Aha! Bingo!
What is it, Beaumont?
Hang on to your hat, Jake. This is a story about the heights of fame and how it could all come crashing down. Do you remember the name Melville Gibson?
The movie star?
Ex-movie star.
I loved his action pictures. He practically won the First World War single-handed.
He fell on hard times a while back, didn't he?
More like hard times fell on him. December 27th, 1942. Gibbons really tied one on and was driving back through Hollywood when he ran his car through the St. Didymus convent, killing a dozen nuns and orphans.
Big deal. Dick Mignogna did that last year and nobody even noticed.
Right you are. That could have been the end of the story, but there's more to it than that.
I remember now. When the police arrived, Gibbons resisted arrest. He started yelling at the officers, calling them filthy Visigoths.
Angel. The press got wind of what he said, and it was all over.
But Beaumont, what does this have to do with Muchas Gaseous?
I'm afraid it's all too common story, Lucy. Once famous Hollywood movie star becomes flatulent Mexican wrestler.
Melville Gibbons?
Take a look at this picture from the old Semaphore story. That's the man I saw at the sports arena after the Crimson Fair, the Visigoth for Muchas Cassius as the master.
I see.
Gibbons' career was over that night. He even made that movie about Mexico, but nobody went to see it. He lost everything and couldn't afford to eat anything but feed.
That explains the flatulence. But why pursue Visigoth?
He blames. Yes. He blames him for his circumstances. Visigoths have always been an easy target ever since they came to Southern California after the fall of the Roman Empire.
So Melville had immersed himself so completely in his Mexican role that when he lost his mind, he stayed Mexican?
Right, George. Or should I say, see. And that's why I know he'll strike again tonight.
What makes you say that, Beaumont?
My script.
Oh.
Yes, because this is May 5th. May 5th, folks. The most celebrated day in Mexican history.
What's so special about May 5th?
Yeah, it's the day when, in 1862, the newly found Mexican Republic drove the French invaders from their shore. Like, what's that? Sombrero. Julio Iglesias. It's pretty easy to figure out once you realize that they call it Cinco de Mayo. Cinco comes from the Latin verb meaning without. So Cinco de Mayo translates simply into without the mayo. The French put mayonnaise on everything, you see, so when the Mexicans refused to eat the food, the French left. And they've been big celebrations ever since.
And a good thing, too. Can you imagine burritos in a creamy béarnaise sauce?
That's directly to my size.
No, later, Angel.
Whatever.
Now that's how I know he'll strike again, tonight. So we have to get to Shantytown and stop him. And I have a plan.
Later that dark and quiet night, the moon rises over the economical and depraved streets of Shantytown. Our heroic policeman put Beaumont's plan into action.
Gee, you guys look swell. Lucy, you're one honey of a Visigoth.
What about me, Beaumont?
Mr. Dave, no one ever made a unibrow look so good.
Thank you, Beaumont.
Say, Bo, would you mind going over the plan one more time?
Sure thing, doll. Now listen up. You guys are going to pose as a Visigoth couple. Mr. Dave, you're the man.
Oh.
The last offender is sure to unleash his pent-up hatred of all things Visigoth. You won't be able to resist a seemingly prosperous Visigoth couple who are humble, modest, and uphold the Visigoth traditions.
Ooh.
Beaumont, that car looks mighty suspicious. It might be the culprit.
Stalwart observation, Angel. Now you guys stand here in front of this rundown slum and look prosperous. I'm going to get the police. With any luck, I should be back before Cassius lets you have it.
Hurry, Beaumont.
As the car creeps ever closer to Lucy and Mr. Dave, Beaumont ducks into a nearby alley to await the furtherment of his plan.
Come on, Cassius.
While inside the slowly approaching car...
Ooh, hey, boss, look! There is a seemingly prosperous Visigoth couple.
Who have obviously not heeded your warnings.
And now they must face the consequences. Stop the car.
Hey, boss, how's your buttocks? 'Cause if it's tense, I got the oil right here.
Oh.
Laser jet. Now is the time to bring my crusade to its explosive conclusion. I finally rid our city of Visigoths once and for all, and I will show no mercy.
We bid you welcome to our home.
We are humble keepers of the Visigoth faith.
You want maybe some sardines?
Enough!
Just like so many nights before, the masked offender whips aside his trench coat to reveal his brightly colored underpants.
Oh, you Visigoths are gonna get it now.
Then he lowers his underpants slowly, slowly, slowly.
I will waste no more time. Uno!
Gosh, Mr. Dave, this looks like the end. Before we die, I just wanted to say how envious I've always been of your position as Mr. Beaumont, as Beaumont's houseboy and confidant, and of your wonderful fashion sense.
No!
And girlfriend, can I tell you how envious I've always been of your coat and matching muff? That fur is fine. I wish I had a muff like that.
Oh, you're so sweet. I just want to hug you.
No touching.
Oh, sorry.
But just as the masked offender is about to let one rip,
Not so fast, Cassius. Or maybe I should say Melville Gibbons.
Oh, it's the Crimson
my pants with fear.
Crimson Ferret to you, mugs.
What do I pay you lackeys for? Attack him!
The atomic particle ferret stimulator should take care of you.
My molecules are feeling all woozy.
And for you, a taste of the ferret subelectron rectifier.
It killed him. Ugh.
And now for you, Muchus, a little ferret gas. No effect. Must be professional courtesy.
Fiddler Ferret, you have dispatched my henchmen with ease, but I will not go so quietly into the dark night.
You can drop that phony accent, Gibbons. You're about as Mexican as a $3 bill. We all know you're really from Australia.
That's a fair cop. Now, Ferret, I've got a butt wind brewing that'll blow your friends back to Visigoth land. 1, 2,
Everybody get down!
3!
At a speed faster than the eye can see, the Crimson Ferret dives between the unmasked offender and the helpless pair.
Yeah, that should do this. Oh, I'm sorry. That should do the trick.
Boy, something's coming out. What's that? Honey, a cork?
That's a ferret cork.
I don't feel so good. Oh, bloody hell.
Yep.
By all
I only learned to Shiva. Oh, it's you, Ferret. What's the flying entrails and that smell? Oh, Shaughnessy, it's you.
That is the smell of what happens when a good actor goes bad.
next day in Skipper Harrington's office at the Daily Semaphore.
Congratulations, Lucy. You got your first byline. Crimson Ferret plugs masked offender. Visigoth breathe easy. That's a swell piece of cutting-edge journalism.
Lucy Nightingale.
Thanks, Beaumont, but I couldn't have done it without you and the Crimson Ferret. Once again, the city is safe and our economy is no longer in peril.
Well, it's all in a day's work when you defend truthfulness and hotnessness.
Yes, defending Mr. Dave and me.
Right you are, Luce. That was mighty swell of you to give Mr. Dave your muff. Don't know that he'd ever get one of his own. Speaking of brave, that's a good picture. My gas mask clean.
I don't think so.
What? What do you mean?
But if you see the Crimson Ferret, send him over and make sure he brings his nest.
Oh, sure. See, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, Riley, you kinda are.
Oh, yeah.
We hope you have enjoyed tonight's exciting Crimson Ferret episode. The events and characters portrayed in tonight's radio play are fictional, and any resemblance to movie stars, ex-movie stars, or flatulent Mexican wrestlers is purely coincidental. No Visigoths were harmed during the making of this broadcast. Now tune in next week for another thrilling adventure from the annals of the Crimson Ferret, heard over most of these HBC stations.
Everybody, thanks for being a part of that. That was a lot of fun for us up here. Hope it was for you out there. And we hope to do this again. Yeah!